It's Bonger World.
Too much of that kind of thing going on these days. The bogs blew up at the Hilton the other week.
There's a sight on the news now. What can I do for you? And if you call me a stinking pisshead again, it won't be a lot.
I won't beat about the bush, Professor. I've got a Trojan horsefly in my ear.
Oh, dearie me. You need an expert. Someone with a nemesis beetle. I know just the chap.
Who?
Sir Peregrine Bonger. Luckily for you, he lives near here.
I'll have nothing to do with that man.
Oh, well, please yourself. There's no helping some people. There's J Buzzardburger, of course. He keeps a nemesis beetle as a pet. Have a look at this. Impressive little chap.
In the not-so-long history of our great country, few men have emerged with as much kudos and admiration as oil and gas entrepreneur J Buzzardburger, and even fewer have made as much money. Born J Jones and the youngest of 35 children, JJ's childhood was hard. His father was probably the laziest person the world has ever known. When he got out of bed in the morning, it was usually just in time to get back into it again. He could never be bothered maintaining the home or repairing anything in it. His lifelong motto was, if it's broke, don't bother to fix it. His idleness grew to such a level that he was sometimes too lazy to breathe and often had to be put into an iron lung. This put a lot of financial pressure on the family, and at the age of 4, JJ was sent out to work as a lumberjack in the Angelina Forest in Texas. It was here that JJ was bullied by a repulsive little creature called Silas. The 5-year-old horror would creep up on JJ, hit him with things, or put a gator into his bed at night. But fate was on JJ's side. One morning, Silas slipped on an oil spillage and broke both his legs. Everybody rejoiced and prayed that gangrene would set in. It was at this moment that JJ knew oil was to be his savior and his destiny. The very next day, JJ stumbled across a leaky pipeline valve belonging to the Texas and District Oil Company. He began recovering the oil from the leak and selling it in Tupperware containers to children from the nearby school. Soon he was earning more from his oil sales than he was as a lumberjack, and so he gave up the lumberjacking job. Unfortunately, when the Texas and District Oil Company discovered where JJ was getting his oil from, they threatened him with legal action. He had to close down his venture. Thankfully, the oil company could not prosecute JJ, as he was at this time well under the age of criminal responsibility. JJ then set up his first company, BB Oil. His initial investment was 33 cents and a 20-year-old horse called Simon. He bought a small block of land on hire purchase where, in a very strange dream, his horse Simon had told him there was a huge subterranean oil well. Incredibly there was, and soon the nodding donkeys moved in. He had struck oil in a big way. This led to acquisitions, more oil discoveries, and by 1955, JJ was a multi-millionaire. Not a greedy guy, JJ gave his 34 siblings and his mother $1 million apiece and bought his father a ham sandwich. In 1955, he bought the state of Idaho, the first topless steakhouse in Kentucky, and still had $3 billion in the bank. It was then he changed his name. He had never liked the name J Jones. Other names he didn't like were Harry Potter, Pissypants, and Shitface. He changed his name to J Buzzardburger. From that day, he has continued to prosper, and is now said by some to be the richest being in the Milky Way galaxy. J Buzzardburger, we salute you!
You're feeling okay, JJ?
I'm feeling
feel like a 20-year-old.
Me too.
Mr. J Buzzardburger.
Sit down, JJ, before you pass out. What can we do for you, Mr.
I'm Lord Rupert Arrowhead Snidewinder. Professor Quatermass informed me Buzzardburger has a pet nemesis beetle that he may let me borrow.
Why would you need to borrow a nemesis beetle?
I've got a Trojan horsefly in my ear.
Wowee! You need a nemesis beetle like now. There you go, you can borrow General Custer. Be careful with him, he's the only nemesis beetle I got. Let's put him on the table here.
Mr. Buzzardburger, I don't know how I can thank you.
Would you like to order now, sir? Oh my goodness! I am so sorry to have this disgusting thing on the table. Please accept the apologies of the hotel.
Tarnation!
Oh my God, oh my God!
Good morning there. You seem full of beans.
I certainly am. And it sounds like your sore throat's getting better.
It is, dear. I'm more like my old self now.
So you are. But never mind, it can't be helped. Where's Skoggle?
He went to put that advert in the Bonger Gazette about you wanting a nemesis beetle. It really smacks of desperation, dear. Why don't you just go and see Sir Peregrine?
Never. You know, sometimes I think you've already got me dead and buried.
Certainly not, dear. I'm sure you'll overcome this. I'm totally confident that nothing will happen to you. You know full well I am totally and absolutely devoted to you, dear.
Really? Where's this morning's Bonger Gazette?
Oh, I think Skoggle burnt it by mistake, dear. Never mind. There wasn't much in it anyway.
Ah, Skoggle, what on earth possessed you to burn the Bonger Gazette?
I didn't burn it, my lord. Here it is. I booked your nemesis beetle advert, my lord. It will run from tomorrow's edition.
Good, good. Let's see what's in today's edition. Can't imagine why you thought Skoggle had burnt it, Agatha. You're getting daft now as well as hideous.
Put it down and let's go for a walk in the grounds.
Ah, this is where my advert will appear tomorrow. I say, what's this?
Do put that paper down, dear.
Lonely Hearts column. Always good for a laugh, these. Listen to this, Skoggle. Soon-to-be widowed woman, mid-80s, looks okay with bag on. Wants man, anything in trousers will do for companionship and African sex. Will pay well as husband will soon be leaving me a lot of money. Please phone old Bonger 546... This is our number! I don't believe this!
May I ask, sir, have you decided to let Sir Peregrine deal with the Trojan horsefly in your ear?
I'll never, ever let that horrid man near me. I'd rather die in glorious agony.
That's awfully brave of you, sir.
I'm a Snidewinder, Skoggle. We Snidewinders laugh in the face of death when there's a principle at stake.
I'm really impressed with your valor, sir. And if I may say, you look really bright and breezy this morning.
Thank you, Skoggle. I had a good night's sleep for a change.
Oh, good, sir.
Unfortunately, it was because I dreamed that the thing in my ear had stopped buzzing and moving around. But in reality, the damn thing's still at it.
But, sir, better that it is still buzzing and moving around, or it would mean you only had 7 days left to live, eh?